Hi, I'm Steph from Stitching with Steph, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review of two Joy Sunday stamped cross-stitch kits, as you can see in the image here on the screen. I have had these cross-stitch kits in my stash for quite a while, so several years. So if I was able to find a link for any design, I will notate it on the introduction of each particular canvas. So I just would like to welcome back any of my subscribers to another review today. I really appreciate you guys coming and checking in and watching this review. If you're not a subscriber and this is the type of content that you like, go ahead and click that subscribe button as I post multiple reviews a week. I do stitch with me's as well as ASMR videos and tranquil stitching videos as well. Lastly, I do have a Facebook group, so if you like to submit videos or just to chit chat about anything stitchy, you're more than welcome to head on over to our Facebook group and join us over there. I do have a link in my description for that as well. It is Stitching with Steph. You just answer a few questions, and I'll be more than happy to admit you into the group. So let's go ahead and dive straight into this review. And again, if this is the type of content that you like and you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. First up for our canvas review is the Two Owls. This is by Joy Sunday. It is a 14 count. It is 19 by 33 centimeters. It is consistent of 20 colors. And I do not have a link for this particular design. I did try looking for it, but I did not locate one, so I do apologize about that. So let's go ahead and dive straight into this review. All right, and here is our first review. And again, in the intro card, it gives us all of our information here. It's apparently this week is the week of snack sizes for me when I pulled all these for review. So this one here, I thought was really cute just because the two little owls on it. And I liked it because it was a boy and a girl, which reminded me of my two older kids. So I don't know what it was. I just thought it was really cute. So let me go ahead and mute you. I'll open this up so we can take a look inside of what's going on with our actual canvas. So typical of our Joy Sunday canvases, that resealable Ziploc style bag, resealable bag, our instructions on the back. And that's what I love about Joy Sunday is that the instructions are very large and clear, and it shows you how to um, divide a thread and stuff like that. So it's very, very direct for us, and it tells us how to handle it, how to handle this particular canvas if it is your first one. If you're new to my channel, I always recommend Joy Sundays for a beginner. They're pretty straightforward, these, especially ones that have nothing but full stitch. If you want to get something that has a back stitch in it, that way you can practice and learn those two. These are smaller, so it may take you a while to learn how to do it, but it'll let you get some practice in versus putting practice in on a larger canvas that you may or may not end up liking. So here's that cover for the actual packet. It's just on a regular sheet of paper. And then here is the actual paper pattern. So the paper pattern is on that glossy paper. You can use pen or pencil on these ones. It's not like that thermal printed ones that you could only pretty much use pencils on. If you use a pen on the other ones, they tend to smudge. But this one is like a glossy paper that you'll be able to use. And as you can see, the symbols are nice and clear on this. There's the other half of the pattern, and it looks like this one comes with 20 colors, which is a pretty good amount of colors given the size of it. So it comes with the paper pattern, comes with the threads, and then the canvas. So this one is larger than the ones that I reviewed earlier in the week, but as you can see, it's not a full cross stitch, so it's not going to take you that long. So what I mean by a full canvas, there's a difference between a full stitch, which is the little X's, and then a full canvas, which is, you see how down here that it's blank? We're not going to stitch any of that white voided part. We're only going to be stitching the the actual colors and the symbols here. So let's take a look at the symbols. Let me go ahead and bring you up close and zoom you in. Okay, there we go. As you can see, they're pretty clear, to be honest. Not too shabby. I think it'll be easy on your eyes. I mean, even looking at it from this standpoint, they're pretty clear. See, look at that. Yeah, so I would say overall, let's look at the symbols. The symbols down here on the key is clear too. So, and like I said, it's all full stitch. So sometimes if you watched my review earlier in the week, you'll say a full stitch and then there'll be a separate section for a back stitch. This is an 81 by 14 or 81 by 14, 81 by 141 stitches. That tells you how many wide. So that will be this way, 81 and then 141 down. Honestly, you could probably knock this out in a weekend. If you actually stood just stitching on the weekend, this would be an easy one to just put under your belt. I think I have a whole bunch of favorite ones now that just to get them done and knocked out under my belt. It is serged all around the edges. It does have the design on there. So if you ever lose it, like I'll be honest, this is a pretty small canvas. I don't feel like I'd confuse my cards with anything else because as you can see, there's not like a lot of threads on there. So it's really no bleeding through. When you wash these, the color comes right out anyway, so I'm not too concerned about any bleed through or anything like that. That just tells me how much ink that they've used. Sometimes if you have a lot of bleed through, that tells me that sometimes you'll have bleeding on the front of your canvas too. But as you can see on this one, it's not like super bad. And there is no bleeding onto your symbols either if you look at it. Yep. All right, let's look at our threads to see. I mean, I'll be surprised if I get a Joy Sunday kit that has threads that are not good quality. It's always been pretty good. This one does not have the DMC on here, so I'll be using this for our DMC reference. Comes with 2 needles. All Joy Sunday kits are going to always come with the needles, but I've never, as long as I can recall, I'll be honest, I don't remember seeing a Joy Sunday kit with an actual threading kit, okay? So let's take a look at our colors here. So let me zoom in for us. There you go. And these are our colors, okay? So color number 1 is DMC 159. Color number 2 is black 310. Number 3 is 433. Number 4 is 598. Number 5 is 676. Number 6 is 677. Number 7 is 680. Number 8 is 740. Let's see. Number 9 is 783. Number 10 is 800, 800. Number 11 is 801, which would be expected for all that brown. Number 12 is 893. Number 13 is 904. Number 14 is 905. Number 15 is 957. Number 16 is 3689. That's a cute pink color. Number 17 is 3841. Number 18 is 3844. Number 19 is 3846. And number 20 is 5200. So again, it doesn't come with like a lot of threads, and honestly, you could probably knock this one out relatively fast. With these smaller canvases, my reviews are going to be a little bit faster just because there's not so much thread to go through, not so much canvas to go through. So that's it for this particular review. Let's put this one away and then we'll dive into our next one. Next up for our review is also another Joy Sunday stamped cross-stitch kit. It is titled A Fish Leaping Over the Dragon Gate. It is a 14 count. It is 39 by 46 centimeters. It consists of 36 colors, and I do not have a link for this design as it was in my stash for a couple of years. So I did try looking for one, but I didn't find a link for this one as well. Let's go ahead and dive into this review. All right, and here's our next one. And as you can see in our intro card, it is a little bit bigger, so this review will be a little bit more in depth compared to our first video, our first item in this video. Sorry about that. I love anything fish related. I don't know why. As a kid, I've always liked fish. I loved koi fish. These ones are clearly catfish just because of the antennas here. But I just thought it was funny because it's labeled a fish leaping over the dragon gate. I'm like, what dragon gate? I don't see a dragon gate, but okay, I'll take your word for it. So let's go ahead. I'll put you on mute for a second, and then I'll go ahead and see what's in here. All right, guys, and again, true Joy Sunday fashion, resealable plastic bag. I like to call them Ziplocs, even though that's not the brand. That's the brand, not the style. It's just a resealable plastic bag. Instructions on the back for you if you're a first-time stitcher or you just need reminding on what you got to do with these particular instructions. It looks like it comes with that first sheet, our pattern, our canvas, and our threads. So let's go ahead and go through the paper pattern first. So this is just, you can use this to take notes on. If you're a paper person, you can like use it to write down dates that you stitch. I just use it as a placer for the front of my actual bag. So all right, so it looks like this is 4 pages, so it's a little bit backwards. So here is this. Bear with me. Whoa, wrong way, guys. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so again, a fish leaping over the dragon gate. It is 4 pages. It's like, it reminds me of magazines. Like, you know, when magazines, it's a little bit thicker. And it's glossy. So you might want to use a ballpoint pen on this one. And then there is this. I love that it's same colors as what is in the image. Also, if you guys didn't know, these symbols are not going to match what is on the canvas, and I'll kind of point that out to you when we go over the canvas, okay? So let's go there. Alrighty. Here is that inside, and here is the back. So it looks like it has 36 colors. 36 colors. And it is full stitches. So let's take a look at some of the symbols on here. I like kind of looking on here. It looks like it's mostly letters and colors according to the paper pattern. So if you kind of look, it shows you. Okay. So that's the paper pattern. Let me just go ahead and I'll prep the actual canvas now. So bear with me. I'm going to get the canvas ready for us. All right, and here is our canvas, okay? So as you can see, it looks like there's a lot of back and forth on this. So let's go over the details, the gist of it first. So again, typical Joy Sunday, all of it is serged around the edges, which I'll take. The fabric on this one feels a little bit softer than the last couple of reviews that I've done. So that's nice considering that it's a bigger piece. Also, if you look at it, it's not a full canvas, it's a partial. So we're only going to be stitching the fish on that, which again, very thankful that it's not calling for me to backstitch white on this. I'll be honest with you, if I ever find a background that's kind of white, I'm probably not going to backstitch it, or I'm not going to probably stitch it because I'll just wash it out, just because it's a lot of work for the same effect, right? So then it is 173 stitches by 207 stitches. Let's go ahead and take a look at the symbols on the canvas. So I like zooming in for you so you guys can kind of see here. There you go. Not too shabby. They're nice and clear. They're printed within the boxes. When you have some symbols that are more than just colors, especially on a larger canvas like this, you want to make sure they're printed right inside the boxes. So they are, and especially since this is a 14 count, right? Like we want to make sure that we are within those boxes. So let's take a look at here to see if maybe down here if anything's going to be a little confusing for us. Right away I see number 7 and 14 might if they're close to each other. So it's a light and a dark. So there is a dark one. Let's see where if there's a light. Okay. Like you see right here, it's going to be hard to differentiate the light to dark. So you may need your actual pattern. Let me see. Give me a second. I'm going to do our paper pattern. I'm going to look what symbol 7 is. Symbol 7 on here. So on here, symbol 7 is this. So let's take a look what it could be. Sorry guys, I got to look up close on this real fast. So clearly it's like an orange color. So it goes in the orange fish. But where, I do not know. I'm still looking, guys. Sorry. There must not be very much of it, to be honest, because I'm not even finding it, to be honest. Symbol 7 is literally the number 7 on this canvas, or on the paper. So give me a second. Guys, I really am struggling to find it. So it looks like it's probably going to be the darker orange. So again, I'm going to have to probably on this one use the paper pattern because again, there's very minimal of it. So 14 is this one. And on here, 14 is D. So, oh, see, right away I can see them. See it? Right, hold on, let me bring it up close. See it right there? D. So, yeah, no biggie. It's just, it's going to be interesting with those two symbols. Let's see if there's anything else that we can possibly confuse. Okay. Is there anything else? No. Doesn't look like it. Because like these two greens are clearly a different. So we can, I would say that the only two that I would probably get confused by would be these two here. Again, the symbols are nice and crisp and clear. Look at that. And the smaller the count, the more important clear symbols are. Because for example, look right there, like that's right in the middle. There's no, so when they do their printing and their alignment for Joy Sunday, I feel like it's always on point when it comes to being able to print properly. I haven't come across a Joy Sunday kit that hasn't had good printing, as you can clearly see. All right, let's go ahead and get ready for those threads. We'll assess the quality of the threads and then our colors that are coming within this kit. All right, guys, and here are those threads. Let me go ahead and get our focus done here. Okay, so this particular canvas does come with 36 colors, like I stated in the introduction. It does come with those 2 threads, and this does not have the canvas on here written. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put fish leaping on here real fast because this is a bigger canvas. So I would be working on it over the course of several days or even weeks, and I don't want it to get mixed up with anything else. So there's 2 cards here. I'm actually going to take them apart so that way we can see what we're working with here, and then we'll kind of go over what we have. Let me get our color card here. Okay, so let's look at the quality of the threads first. Okay, so here's the quality of the threads. Not bad, no peeling, typical Joy Sunday quality. So number 1 is color 304. Number 2 is black 310. Number 3 is 320. Number 4 is 350. Number 5 is 351. Number 6 is 352. Number 7 is 355. Number 8 is 367. Let's see. Oop. Number 9 is 407. Number 10 is 501. Number 11 is 502. Number 12 is 503. Number 13 is 505. Number 14 is 522. Number 15 is 524. Number 16 is 562. Number 17 is 644. Number 18 is 700. Number 19 is 738. Number 20 is 754. 21 is 760. 22 is 772. 23 is 841. 24 is 890. 25 is 928. 26 is 951. 27 is 966. 28 is 3022. 29 is 3024. And 30 is 3072. So that's the colors for this one. This first card is these ones. I think they're really pretty if you kind of just see the colors themselves like that. Okay, so that's our first card. Let's dive into our second card, which, oh, sorry guys. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and do our next one. 31 is 3371 and it's a brown color. 32 is 3712. 33 is 3772. 34 is 3815. 35 is 3816. And 36 is 3817. So let me go ahead and get all of these out for you. So here's all the, a lot of pinks, peaches, and greens on this particular canvas. So yeah, I think it's a really pretty canvas. I think it's going to be an easy stitch, to be honest. It's just going to take more than just a couple of days or a weekend or two. So if this was your only project that you would be stitching on, I think it would go relatively fast for you. So I would definitely start out with a smaller canvas if you're new to cross stitching and then progress into bigger canvases. This would be a good intermediate canvas. Alrighty, so I think that is all for this particular review. Let me get this cleaned up and then we'll have a chit chat at the end. All right, friends, that concludes our review for today of those 2 Joy Sunday stamped cross stitch kits. If you like this particular review, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you stood all the way till the end, regardless if you're a subscriber or not a subscriber, thank you. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. If you're not a subscriber and you like this type of content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as I load multiple videos per week to this channel. You can follow me on other social media accounts. I do have a TikTok and an Instagram, as well as that Facebook account that I mentioned earlier. Under my TikTok and my Instagram, my handler is stitching_with_Steph. And then that Facebook group is Stitching with Steph, and that link is in the description box. Thank you for coming along with this review today. I hope to see you either in another review or another stitch with me. Have a good day, guys. Bye.